Hi, welcome to Live Talk Delhi. Today we're doing our first interview. We are speaking with Daisy from Canada, and today we're actually discussing safety in Delhi. So, Daisy, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste, very much. So, I know you've been in Delhi for 3.5 years, and but this is not where your journey actually started. Where did it start? How did you actually come to India, and what was your first impression?
Um, when I first came to India, I landed in a very small village in Punjab, and I was there for about 5 months working with a charitable hospital, and that was the only India that I ever experienced. So for me, Punjab was India. And when I came to Delhi, of course, it was totally like another world when I came here.
Okay. And what did you think about safety? Did you feel safe enough living in Punjab in the village? Could you just get outside, walk to the store? Did you feel safe alone on the streets?
Generally, I did feel safe in the streets, especially daytime. There was like no issue at all. But everyone kept telling me, don't go walk in the street at night. Even during daytime, don't even walk in daytime alone if you're not accompanied with two women or one man. So that started to create some fears inside me, but in reality, I was not feeling much of a threat walking in the streets.
Okay, and what happened when you came to Delhi? I guess that was a very different impression that you got about the city. And how about safety here? Because Delhi unfortunately doesn't have a great reputation. What did you think?
That's true. Delhi does not have a great reputation. And when I came to Delhi, people were telling me Delhi is one of the worst places in India, be careful. But then though I had some fears, I used my common sense. So at night, I would not walk at 2 o'clock at night with provocative clothes. And in daytime, I would just go to the places where I know are usually crowded, where a lot of students, a lot of young people go to. And using common sense is the word, I think, because I feel pretty safe in general in Delhi.
I think common sense is a good word for pretty much anything in life. I know here in Delhi, you've been here for 3.5 years, right? And you actually have something to do with the safety in Delhi and trying to improve it. So you have a company now and you're focusing exactly on that subject. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes. So, of course, like we were talking about the common sense, though not everyone has this knowledge or this understanding of common sense. So this is why we came into existence 3.5 years ago. We started to teach self-defense training to female students and female adults in India. So the self-defense workshops are mainly about how to protect themselves, not to kill anyone, but just to give some pain while the attacker is busy with the pain, he just can run away. So there are different techniques depending on which way the attacker is coming from, and different tools you can use to protect yourself to hurt and then go. And then we recently also included, which is very valuable, very important, for women to understand what are their rights and the laws protecting them in India.
Yeah, I think this is really where people miss it because they're scared to report, they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do, and they don't really know what is their rights and who can protect them possibly. So exactly, that's really great. And what about women? Yes, fine, you give them the skill, you give them the knowledge, you even get this common sense and give it all to them, everything they can. But does it really tackle the problem? What do you think?
Not exactly. It's like when you're ill and you take a pill to heal the symptoms. So it's not going to the root cause of the problem. That's why we recently created another workshop because we've been talking about it for the last 3.5 years. Like, why is there so much need and requirement for women to protect themselves, to be aware of violence against women and where to report it and where it's happening more and less in India. And we came up to a conclusion that mainly, and no offense, please, man, but there's a tendency for the male gender, to look at women in a certain way which women do not always appreciate. And that, over time, with different situations, creates some violence against women, harassment, and even worse cases, some rapes. So this is the root cause of the problem.
So you focus on the male as well,
Exactly.
not only on the female.
Exactly. So we have one workshop which is for female students to learn how to have the tools to protect themselves, to know where to go, have the local resources when they need. And for the male, and we were trying to understand where does that violence come from, and it's a lot. We came down to all these emotions repressed and kept inside. There's not a lot of things that are said out loud, but more inside. People do not share always their emotions, especially the males in general, less than women.
And I think you have the name incorporated in this. What is the name of the workshop?
And it's called Emotion into Creation.
Emotion into Creation. Right.
And this is like how to channelize their negative emotions into creativity and positivity.
So JC, you mentioned a lot about the workshops, and what was the name of the company exactly?
The name is Get Fit Logically.
Okay.
So
a very logical name as well.
Exactly, for the common sense, coming back to it. And we go under, for the self-defense and the emotion into creation workshops, we go under Go Fight Limits. So people to go and further fight their limits, fight their fears, go beyond their own limits. So trying to bring that.
Go beyond the common sense, which is so required in all of our daily lives. Sounds really good, and all the best to you. I think you're doing a great job, and can't wait to see the whole situation improving. And I hope that Delhi will finally get rid of the name of the rape city of the world, or really dangerous place, or whatever people want to label it. So with people like yourself, I think we will be moving forward, and it will be safer and safer to be here. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed as well, and we totally enjoyed your insights about the situation in safety in Delhi. So thank you, and stay tuned for the next interview.